people are still very, very excited about build to rent, and they see it as a huge opportunity. I mean, in very simple terms, we've got 100,000 homes. We reached that threshold last month, but the capacity is 2 million. So there's a long, long way to go. I think there's a little bit of frustration in the market at the pace of growth, that it's not happening quickly enough, but that's got to do with macroeconomic factors, the headwinds of the economy, the Ukraine war and the impact of that, and even the lingering effects of COVID. So that has slowed things down a little bit, but I think we're starting to move out of that now, and the feeling is that certainly the second half of this year we will see much more activity. Certainly deals are being transacted at the financial end of the spectrum, and that will obviously then trickle down and result in purchase orders with all the fantastic suppliers that we have here today. So I think that there is a frustration just about the speed of growth, but not the potential in the sector. I think in more material terms, the lack of or creating the opportunities, i.e. the projects that need to be built and serviced, needs to increase. So there is frustration with the planning system, because that's a big bottleneck at the moment. My view on that is that we need to invest in our planning system a lot more than we have. They have a difficult job to do, and they're under-resourced, and they really do need a massive investment to increase the flow through that system and to give greater certainty to the market and to investors that the planning process is an important step along the way, but it's not a blocker, which it is a little bit at the moment. So I think what we want is more supply, and we want the industry to grow quickly, and I think we may not see build to rent sprinting this year, but we will pick up the pace, I hope, from a walk into something maybe a little bit quicker than that. But the trajectory in the medium to long term is growth and increasing levels of build to rent, and we're very much looking forward to that. Yes, so the UKAA is going to rebrand. This will be probably our last major event under this name. The reason we're doing this is because the UK is geographically limiting for us. We are having inquiries from Europe and as far afield as Australia for support and for interest from investors and so on. And the AA Apartments Association is product limiting. We now recognise that in the living sector, which is the rental living sector, that there is co-living, there is suburban build to rent, urban build to rent. We see an evolution towards later living, and even PBSA is something that we would welcome in here. And really behind that is the fact that the same investors support all of those sectors. So we really want to be a home to the rental living sector in its broadest sense, and we'll be launching our rebrand hopefully next week, which will be fresh and new and have a much wider appeal, we hope, to the industry, and just reflect the diversity and dynamism which exists today.